time.
Yeah.
Good work.
That was day 2.
Good. Again, we're learning more about guys every day. As I said, I'm going to temper my enthusiasm until we put some pads on, and which we're about to do today. So we'll see where we go from here.
Now, did you have to pull Chantrell aside at any point during your first 2 years of NBA life? Forget what people are saying about you and just go play football. He had to deal with those unbelievable expectations from day one.
Absolutely. Again, I think hopefully he'll just continue to be process-oriented. I think he's in a good place right now. I think he's starting to understand that discipline, is the only way to go. If you're worried about what everybody else thinks or where you should go, and people projecting him here and there and that and all that. I mean, what about adhering to a process and enjoying the journey, enjoying your time here, seeing how good you can get. We haven't seen. I can tell you this: we haven't seen the best of him yet. I promise you, we haven't seen the best of him. Like I said, he's had a good summer. I'm as anxious as anybody to see what he's got here in camp, and just the fact that he had a little ankle and he battled through it and he's back out there already. I think it says a lot about where his focus is right now.
He said what he went through personally last year, losing his best friend.
Yeah,
sort of was maybe the biggest trigger that changed everything. Did you notice a change in him when he came back after all that?
I think we noticed, but we didn't get all of Chantrell yet. I think we're finally starting to get all of Chantrell. So you mean, in other words, a commitment, a total commitment from him. So we'll see if that continues. I know he's got leaders around him, and Linder and Shayon Green and Stephen Morris and those guys that can help him do that. But hopefully he'll continue to make the strides that he has.
Where is the ceiling with him? Where could he be?
Oh, you guys know where the ceiling is. I mean, it's as good as he wants to be, but more importantly, it's him being the best he can be, and not worried about let's see how good you can be, and then if I can get him to trust that, if the coaches can get him to trust that it's just about him being as good as he can be, and trusting the process and the execution of it, then I know he'll be happy with the outcome. I know he will be. And we're starting to see that trust, and man, I'd like to see this thing go to a whole nother level here in the next month. I really would.
Hey, I'm talking with Tony Musto. I guess he said in the last year they've really ramped up the nutrition stuff for the football players.
Yeah.
Have you seen the difference? I mean, is that a big impact?
Oh yeah. I mean, Tony's done an incredible job, and we're really emphasizing it. And hopefully Friday when we take you guys through here, you'll see, some of the things that we're doing for the guys. Just to make sure it's always around them, and our rebuild, recover, refuel philosophy that Tony has brought. But yeah, I mean, we're over there at the Bod Pod. We're giving guys specific diets. We're meeting their nutritional needs, which is really important. So we're grateful to the administration and Blake for their support in that capacity. And then obviously the culture has changed in terms of that. It's no longer okay to be a 208-pound linebacker here. It's just not. I mean, these guys are big and strong, and so we've made a lot of progress, and Tony has a lot to do with it.
Was that the nutrition? Was that a big emphasis when you played football?
No. I mean, no.
Was there any discussion?
That was a long time ago too, though, Michael. I mean, nutrition has always been important, but I just think we're at a totally different level now. And if you're not trying to be the best from a nutritional standpoint, or from a strength and conditioning standpoint, or from a preventative measure standpoint in the training room and those things, then you're behind. And I think Vinny Sways, Tony Musto done an unbelievable job of really coming together, and they all are interconnected now, which that wasn't the case when we got here. They weren't connected, and so I think we've made a lot of progress there.
You mentioned with Malcolm Bunch can play inside or out.
Yeah.
Chelsea played inside. Have you or will you guys move guys around or play multiple positions along the line and this fall camp and see if they can?
We'll continue to do that. I think the biggest thing early on is just to get everybody settled in. So we reduce the mental errors and get them to a point where they can scrimmage and we can play fast. But after that, we'll make some combination changes for sure.
Why were you guys so up front for the longest time in football, head injuries were two very dirty words, and you guys are pretty out front. What are you doing here this summer? Why did you choose to do it?
Well, I just think we're great at it. I think not many places have a concussion institute like we do, and obviously we have a world-class medical facility. And again, it's something that I believe in as the head coach. I think we take great preventative measures. Large people walk behind me over here, but we take a lot of we go through great lengths in terms of the prevention, the education, the diagnosis, and then the integration of the student athletes. And like I said, before, I mean, what could be more important than that? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so we're proud of what we do. We think we're at the front of it, and we want to stay out front.
Preston Dewey, any updates on him?
No update. I'll keep you guys posted.
Any new injuries kind of popped up over the last?
I think the biggest thing for me is to wait till Danny sees a specialist, and then we'll have a determination. I know everybody wants to jump the gun, but we've also jumped the gun erroneously in the past. I don't want to do that. I want to give him the benefit and his family the benefit of seeing a specialist, and then we'll release it through Chris Yandel, and then it will be accurate.
He's been X-rayed?
Excuse me?
He's been
X-rayed. He's got to go see a foot specialist. So I think that's today or tomorrow. I'm not sure. So
with Chickalo, his ankle, is he okay?
Yeah, I think he's okay. Again, I was surprised he wasn't ready to go today. We'll see if he can loosen up. Sometimes with ankles, you just wake up sore and then it loosens up throughout the day, and he might be ready to go by the end of the day or tomorrow. So I don't know to what extent.
Encouraged by what you saw from Sonny yesterday?
Yeah, I think Sonny is. Was he in a yellow today?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, sir.
Again, you guys are out here all day, so I don't know. But so he's going to integrate today, and maybe he'll be full go. But obviously, Chantrell, I think, has skipped the that phase and has moved on. And I think Dion Bush is doing well too. Just to keep you posted on that. Dion's been running around and making progress there.
Any newcomers on the roster or anybody?
I love you, but I'm gonna as soon as I'm allowed to release it.
Susan, I promise, if they're cleared, I'll let you guys know. I promise.
And I appreciate you asking the question, but you have to understand that I don't come out here every morning to get beat up about these questions. I would just prefer to say, Chris, can you please release it so I don't have to answer any more questions. So as soon as we, I'm sorry.
That was awesome.
Don't love him.
Thanks. No worries.
Al, what?
Yeah, we're good.
What did happen to Chick, by the way?
Just a little ankle deal. Change of direction or something. Just rolled it a little bit.
What is Pat O'Donnell's experience with kicking? Like not punting, but kicking?
If you were going to ask me who is the most impressive player on your team right now in 2 days of camp, I would say Pat O'Donnell. Pat O'Donnell is mature, poised, locked in, and he's on a mission right now. There's no question he's on a mission. We're glad he's here. We're very fortunate that he is here. And man, he just, Coach, what else you need me to do for the team? Is there anything else I can do? He's leading. He's in great shape. He's long. He's got a good leg. He's doing punts and kickoffs for us right now. Today's a kickoff day, so we'll see where that's at. But his punts have been excellent right now.
How big a bonus?
Huge bonus. Again, a credit to the staff and everybody, just for staying alert. And all of a sudden we get a release and we get a call from Palm Beach that he's out there, and next thing we know he was visiting, and then he was a cane. So again, I think it's that's part of who we are as staff. We're going to keep active in that part. Always try to improve our team, and here's a case where it lined up for us, and we're fortunate.
You'll also look at him as a place kicker, or not so much?
A little bit, but Gudis has been good.
Okay.
Gudis has been good so far. So again, we have some other kickers that are in camp that are going to compete, but Gudis has been good.
When you say that you're going to keep, this is what you do as a staff, what you're going to do as a staff, how much more does it add to it that deep down the kid always wanted to be here in the first place?
Yeah, I haven't had that talk with him. You know what I mean? So, but I think he's obviously a kid who has pro aspirations, and he's going to be in graduate school, and he's a bright kid. So, I mean, it's really a great situation for him. He's back home. He's going to graduate school, and he's keeping his pro aspirations alive with the team that needs him. So, it's a great fit for him. We obviously believe it's a great fit for us, and we're excited. But I hadn't had that conversation, so I don't want to quote him. I'm sure he had a great experience at Cincinnati, but we're excited that he's here.
He looks like a beast. He's very.
He looks like a Sam linebacker. You're right. He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Any more for Coach?
Thank
You guys have a great day.
Appreciate it.